shape. You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No, R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face, in my face, in my face, in my face. That's how still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
Boy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA, I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a side while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? I the sleep, then I light up the street. Got female like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlton. If I leave him in the will. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough.
Set to kick off.
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from Foxborough. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Let's look double count right here. Double 14.
Man in motion, heading left. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they will finally run him down. On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll go right back to Goedert. He's got it again. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
In motion now is Claypool. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He pulls it in around the 5. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Dallas Goedert, touchdown Seahawks. That his first touchdown of the new year. Extra point by Little is good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go. Time.
First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive. Where for this ball carrier to go, you never want
and 1. Ready?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
That is caught by Washington. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, New England.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking.
He gets free. And he will go all the way. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, New England. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Look that. Look.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to run it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Now a shot here, deep middle. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 14-6 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
You're set. Stop.
Burrow now to throw on first down. In trouble, and down he goes.
By John Ellis. It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 22-yard line.
Hey, we're good. We're
Work to
good.
do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
11, Thomas. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Van Ginkel. Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Ricky Pearsall. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Burrow here on 2nd down. And that is intercepted by Denzel Ward. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. 1st and 10.
What? Look. Got it.
In motion now is Claypool. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Seahawks. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very 1st quarter of play. Extra point by Little is good. And the Seahawks are able to extend their 1st quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
On point, ready? Here we go. Stop.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. That is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
On 1, ready? Here we go. Stop.
To throw is Burrow. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
That's good for our Patriots.
Done. Stop.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Stop.
They'll run it on 1st down with Charbonnet. running with authority. Pushes his way forward for a pickup of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Charbonnet. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. One quarter in the books. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. Got.
On the handoff, it's Charbonnet. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground.
1-1, ready?
Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Burrow to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. He'll get this out wide. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. In motion now is Claypool. From the shotgun, Wilson. That into the hands of Hubbard. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
I like the play call there. 2nd, relatively short. Give your quarterback an opportunity to push this ball downfield, but realize this quickly, nothing developing. Get the ball down to your back, pick up a new set of downs.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Now Wilson on first down. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Throwing again. Wilson. That's deep for Olave. And he's in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Seattle. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Seahawks add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
On one, ready?
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 Thomas. Jahan.
Now, Burrow. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Owens.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
The left side into the hands of Olave. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now he'll run it. And Wilson's been doing this a long time. He knows the drill, slides to avoid the contact, and picks up the first down. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal. They're trying to run it. It's Hubbard. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
14, running.
They'll try to run with Hubbard. And this time, he's in. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Seahawks. Little on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks are going to extend their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
On one, ready? Here we go. 12. 11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate. Jahan.
Burrow working in the pistol. He'll air it out down the middle. And this will be incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them...
A hit, and he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front.
Drake London. Touchdown, Seattle. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He gets it to go. And the Seahawks stretch things out even further. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow now. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Little backyard football here by the quarterback. It looked like he was running around the playground in his early days. The disruption of the timing early was the key. And from that point on, him and his receiver just unable to get on the same page.
2nd down. Burrow. That one complete to A.T. Perry.
Gotta go. 12.
Gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Patriots.
On 1st down, Burrow. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. Not much happening there, just a short game. Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. A.T. Perry. Touchdown, New England.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Denzel Ward. Inside the 40. And he's going to make it all the way to the end zone. How about a pick 2? 2 points going the other way. Closing seconds of this 1st half, and this kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback, but per the new rules, since the ball hit in the landing area, the drive does start at the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll let one go down the middle. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Seattle.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Seahawks are out in front. As we'll coach, thank you to very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Done.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup.
11.
At the 32-yard line.
Done.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. He'll get rid of it and complete it. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
That's good for our Patriots.
Let's get set.
At the 40-yard line.
Done.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
11 Thomas. 12. Done.
Burrow here on 2nd down. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Hey, alert. All those special. All screaming.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He pulls it in around the 5. The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's got it at the 3. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal.
Good touch.
Play action. It's Wilson. Good blocking, and he's in. Russell Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Little on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks add on to their already sizable lead.
Patriots 19.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll start with Charbonnet. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
first down throw for Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish.
Hit as he throws, and it is much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
Throwing now on third and long. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Burrow throwing on fourth down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over.